Welcome to Car Karaoke. I'm James Corden. Okay. So, this is it. It's still in the same sleeves. It's been, 15, 20,000 years. But what I wanted to show were everything that I showed in the video. That's pretty much what's going on. Everything's pretty much as you made it. But there's one thing you did. Well, there's one thing that I came across of a new set that I thought was pretty sweet. It was much cheaper. Up to 2 target creatures are unblockable, and it costs like 2 to do it, which is pretty great. Ghost Form. I don't know what set that was, but it was kind of an okay set. But I also put a mythic. Now, here's another thing. I don't really like Magic much anymore. I don't like Magic. I always liked Universal Fighting System, and now Universus. I think they have it solidly so much better. Much more fun a card game, and it's a lot like Commander. Warlord was already like Commander, and I like that. I've always liked, that's my top game. I love Warlord, and it just came back, and it looks great. Tons of dragons, looks awesome. And there's Final Fantasy. Magic put out a Final Fantasy set. It was just like a money thing. It doesn't even look like it translates to Magic, but they have a card game. There's been 10, 12 sets of Final Fantasy, and it's different, but it's fun. It's kind of like Magic Light. But one thing you didn't have was a Mythic, so I thought, I got this blue dragon, and I threw that in there. What I hate, and I just hate this, when you get a Mythic, you're like, wow, a Mythic. I got the worst version of that Mythic. How is that always the deal? That there's 4 other versions of Mythic. It's like saying Ultimate, and then you're saying, but this is the limited edition version of the Ultimate. Whatever. It's got Ward, so it can't be touched by an opponent unless they pay 4, which is pretty great, as long as it's untapped. Like, if it's ready to do stuff, they can't do anything about it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, and then if you have fewer than 3 cards in hand, draw cards equal to that difference. This is a card that can come out pretty early and do some damage. And with Braids, I just thought it'd be so sweet if you had both versions of Braids in the deck. You'd have to look up the early version of Braids. Like, the black version of Braids is a card that hurts everyone. And this one, this Braids, brings, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may put an artifact, creature, or land card from his or her hand into play. From hand. So, what does Phage say? When Phage comes into play, if you didn't play it from your hand, you lose the game. So, Braids can put in Phage. So who cares if they get some cool thing, you put out Phage, and you win the game. Alright. I'll send it to you when I can. I might actually send you the Ooze deck, too. I'd send you a lot of stuff.